get like freaking? Do I get that?
You do get that. You have to just update your operating system.
Oh my gosh! What the heck? Got lasers.
It goes well with the
With the
foghorn.
yeah. Welcome
So
to Speculation Sunday. Welcome everybody. We got Just Ask Danny in the house. Danny, how are you doing, my friend?
good. I'm just still reeling on all the Epic Universe news that we've been seeing and watching, which we're going to talk a lot about today.
Yeah, dude. For the most part, we saw kind of everything. Like all the nooks and crannies, not really, but the big meat and potatoes, we saw pretty much all of it, except really POVs from Epic Universe. But happy Speculation Sunday. What's up, Christy Coleman? Francis. Good to see Mondo and Danny. What's up? We got Josh in the
Hello.
house. Happy Sunday, everybody. Danny's at the rave. Hey, dude, what's up? Man, you had a chance to go to Disney yesterday, right? Or was it yesterday?
No,
Two days
I
ago?
went on. Yeah, yesterday. I went on
No,
yesterday. Yeah.
everything's a blur right now. How was your trip? Like, what'd you think about Disneyland?
Yeah. I posted a tweet about it actually. If you want to pull that up,
Yeah.
I actually every single food and wine festival. I tried to do it with Mondo, but this time around, I couldn't even find it. And one of my friends actually booked me for one because by the time Mondo and I looked at it, because we always do this every single year, we by the time we looked at it, all the ones we wanted were sold out. But I went to one of the mixology classes, which I've done now 4 years in a row at Food and Wine Festival. Still an amazing value at only $25. This was my second year doing August Cantina. Mondo and I didn't do August Cantina last time, but I did August Cantina last year with Peter and Kitra, and we did the Jedi Mind Trick. This time around, we did a drink called the High Republic, which I didn't even know they had because I haven't been in there recently. But it's for Star Wars Season of the Force, and it's essentially a tequila cocktail with a wine floater on top of it. Which
I'm gonna
I
say
never would have paired.
I never heard of this one, Danny. This is new to me.
Yeah, it's called the High Republic. Personally, I never would have paired any of these items together, especially wine and tequila, but it worked and it was really good.
Wine and
So
tequila.
yeah, the drink was essentially jalapeno habanero lime sauce mixed with lime juice, simple syrup, Patron, and then we also had triple sec in there, and then we shook it all up and made the cocktail, poured it in the glass, and then you pour the Cabernet Sauvignon on top of it. And it was a special blend of Cabernet that they only serve inside August Cantina. You can't get it anywhere else on property. So
this is a spicy drink.
it wasn't really spicy.
Oh,
You could taste
what?
the peppers, but like honestly, you didn't put that much. You didn't put that much of the pepper syrup in it.
I'm just saying, like I hear habanero, I'm like, dang, it's gonna be rough. Like
Yeah,
habanero's
Michelle.
not kind.
Michelle in the chat said, "Yeah, it's for Season of the Force." Yeah, I hadn't been in there since Season of the Force started, but it was a really good drink. I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun to make, and it's nice because every time I go to these, I take notes on everything that we're doing, so I always have like how to make it. So my favorite drink so far that we've made was the one that you and I did, Mondo, which was the tequila martini that was cocoa themed, and we had the marigolds floating in it.
Yeah. Was it tamarindo or no?
Yeah, it had tamarind
Yeah, that's
juice.
what I
And it
remember.
was so good.
Yeah, that sounds good right now. Daniel Delgado, 16 fire, Daniel. Thank you, man. Also, too, we got another member chat from yours truly, darling. aloha, happy Speculation Sunday, Monto and Danny. 5 months. Let's go. Thank you, truly, darling. Bless you. Dr. Pong, no activity on the dive loop, so we're just waiting. We're just waiting on that. Say his name, Skywalker. 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 I don't think that ending's catching on, Danny. But the show's amazing. I had a chance to see it yesterday, actually. It's still really good. Honestly, anywhere you stand, you're just gonna get a great view at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how was it yesterday?
We watched the second show, packed. We watched it kind of closer to like Oga's Cantina door because it was that busy. I was like, why are so many people still here? Everyone, it seemed like everybody stayed late yesterday. I guess it's Saturday, so everybody's just like, we're gonna close Disneyland. We got 32 months. What? Wow. 32 months from Allie A. Five Fires. Hi, Five Fires fam. Counting down the days for the 70th to begin. The new merch for the 70th looks amazing. So much better than the tie-dye. Let's start off with that, Danny. Let's start off with that. That was a pretty big Disney Parks blog. I feel like you've been waiting for this news, Danny. You've been waiting for this news. Give us your thoughts, because Ali A obviously loved it. It really seems like the majority of people loved it. Where are we at? This one in specific.
Yeah, so we had heard back at D23 from rumors that there'd be multiple collections for the 70th, and we got a preview of one of those collections at D23, right? And so we knew that there was others coming, and I knew that there had to be like at least one version that was coming that was more retro themed, because Disney's been kind of doing that lately with some of the stuff. And I like that for the fact that they went retro, they chose like a gothic retro, which is more kind of like Fantasyland focused, and that's kind of matching the Disneyland D font. That's, I feel like, the collection that's going to resonate with most people. We had multiple collections for the 60th and the 50th had a bunch of different stuff, so it makes sense. And even if you think about Disney World's 50th, remember, Mondo, they had that Luxe collection that everything cost really like a lot of money.
I remember.
It was all black and gold.
They had it on Main Street all the time. I remember that.
Yeah, so it makes sense that they're doing multiple collections, but we have 3 collections. We have the Celebration collection, the Castle collection, and then what was the other one?
Vault.
The Vault collection, yeah. So I feel like the Vault and the Castle collection are going to really pop off with a lot of people. And then the Celebration collection, like I said earlier when we first saw that debut, I don't think that's for me. It's like
Celebration is tie-dye? That's the tie-dye?
Yeah, that's the Celebration one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. Whoever wants that, I guess, but I'm not going to buy none of it. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. So it's, but it's cool. The Vault collection, I feel like it's going to do really, really well. And I feel like that Vault collection, the way that stuff looks, it looks like it's all going to debut at like D-Lander. That's the vibe that I'm getting. It's like, it looks like even the shirt that you were just showing that had the old map on the back of it.
Yeah.
The shirt itself looks really premium. So I feel like it's like a higher quality shirt that will probably be at like D-Lander.
Yeah, man, this stuff's gonna sell like crazy. Especially the one that like really caught my eye, Danny, was the Spirit jersey. I don't know if we've seen them do gold like that. Disneyland gold, especially it says 70.
The Club 33 Spirit jersey has that gold. Unfortunately, from those that have it, it doesn't wash very well. So if you do end up picking up this Disneyland 70th jersey, just know it's probably going to be more expensive than most of the other jerseys. So this one's probably going to be like $90, I'm guessing. And it's probably, and if you get it, I would like do your best not to wash it. And if you did wash it inside out and don't dry it at all. Like hang it up to dry.
Yeah. I didn't even think about the washing aspect. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never. My Spirit jerseys have been doing good. Um, like the in the last like 2 3 years, the first ones did kind of the D would really break. That's what I always remember. Um, to talk about this Parks blog, this big news about a key, an interactive key to all 9 lands of Disneyland, and you get a pen at the end. Um, has Disneyland done something like this? Like, I'm going to say no. I don't really remember them doing anything like this. What are your thoughts on this key?
I think it's cool for kids that want something to do. Um, the thing I don't necessarily know that I really like the whole um, the look of the key. Like I feel like they could have made it look a little different. Um, but it definitely the way it lights up. It's definitely like kids love anything that lights up like that. And especially since they're gonna be able to put it in like different locks throughout the park and like activate something, like what kid isn't gonna like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it'll be really fun to see them doing it, having a good time. They'll love seeing it light up. And then, if they can just turn it on and have it light up kind of like she's doing right there, it'll also be like a fun little thing to have as a kid when you're watching like the Paint the Night Parade. That'll be fun too.
That's what I was hoping, that it would interact with Paint the Night or something. That's what but when I read the article, it didn't say nothing like that. Or interact with World of Color. I don't know. Um, man, okay. I think the key's going to be cool. Uh, what do you think the cost on that would be, Danny? Because it comes with the pin. So the pin alone, $25. So how much?
Yeah, I
You
want
know
to
what I
say
mean?
like I want to say this is going to be like in the $60-$70 range.
Mm,
That's what I feel like, only because of the pin.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
like you're getting the pin as like a prize at the end of doing everything. So because pins are like really expensive now,
And
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 so I don't
and I
know.
and they said I think it's 9 pins. Like there's 9 different pins. So there's gonna be people that are gonna buy 9 keys because they just want every pin. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a big moneymaker for Disneyland. Uh,
Yeah, I could see them definitely selling a lot of these, and it's kind of cool because they look like the magic keys, but there's like no relation to any of that. So
yeah, yeah. I thought it was gonna be a magic key thing too because it looks like it's a magic key, interactive
yeah, see,
key.
we have ASMR with John in the chat. I'm getting it so I can get the pin. See,
Yep.
Mondo, we already called it. We talked about that already. Like you and I just talking, we were like, so many people, especially pin traders, are going to get this just so they can get the pin. They don't really care about the key.
Yeah. No, the pin. That you could only get the pin if you do the key, and it's a 70th thing. So like it's just a now thing. It won't be reprinted. Um, for Disneyland, you know, it's the 70th. They're celebrating. Such a it's such a big deal. 70 years. Are they gonna bring back like the the dream makers and really go for the magic? You know what I mean? They're gonna give out free lightning lanes and free front castle view fireworks, all that good stuff. All that stuff we heard on the 70th. You went through it. You know how it felt. We're not hearing a whisper of stuff like that, dude. do,
Yeah.
do you think they're just like over that kind of thing in this era of Disney?
Um, I don't think so. I don't think they're over it per se. I just think maybe it didn't work as well as they had wanted to
You don't
in the
think
past.
so? Giving out free lightning lanes or fast pass back then.
I
Uh,
mean, it did in the time. It did in the time, but like, I don't necessarily know that that would work out too well now. I guess is what I'm saying. Like, it's you would create like it was bad back then. With that kind of the giveaway stuff, like people trying to like camp out to try to find that kind of thing.
mm,
And I can't even imagine what it would be like today.
even crazier. It'd probably be even crazier.
Yeah.
Um, Let me see. You know, it'd be cool if like you just use your ticket, and when you sign in, it's like, hey, you got a free lightning lane. Like you're just the random person that got one.
Yeah, that's
That
cool.
would be
That'd be
cool.
cool actually. Like you scan in, and you get like a little notification on the Disneyland app, and it says like, "Oh, you have a free lightning
You have a
lane
free
once you
lightning
pass
lane
through."
today, just because yeah, it's the
Yeah.
70th. That would be. I'd be like, what? Space Mountain. That's where I'm going. Uh, Chris Hatch. Did you hear about Minecraft screenings where cops are being called and they have to stop the movie because people are rowdy and throwing pop and popcorn at people? I was literally just talking to Danny about that. Uh, I don't know what's going on with the Minecraft community and watching movie, but the hype just, it seems like the hype's getting bigger and bigger. I thought the movie was terrible, but like, if you're part of that fandom and you get the jokes, it seems like you love the movie. You know what I mean? It's like I don't really have an affinity for Minecraft. Uh, Danny does though. Were you throwing popcorn, Danny? You just saw the movie.
Yeah, I saw it again because I had friends that wanted to see it. Saw it with Mondo, and then I saw it again. Um, the second time I saw it, the movie theater was completely full, just ran out. And there was the only row that wasn't full was the one that's up against the screen, which
Wow.
that usually isn't full. And it resonated really well with the audience. They were laughing at every joke. The kids were like, the kids loved any time a creeper came on the screen. Like they were just going all at it. So there was like jokes that people get, and when I started looking at the movie through the film through the lens of Napoleon Dynamite, like that changed my whole opinion of the film because it was created by the same director who did Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. And it made sense too why we had so much references to tater tots in this film because that's a very Napoleon Dynamite thing. So it was good in that way. Like we had the dumbest movies growing up. I mean,
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre are just one of the two. I mean, think about like Dodgeball and like all the movie that was Will Ferrell's win. Like those movies are so dumb, and if you watch them, they're dumb, but they're dumb on purpose. And so like, but we loved that, and we ate that up, and we thought that was so funny when we were that age. And I think the Minecraft movie works so well because it's like that for the Zoomer generation. It's their dumb, funny movie that's funny to them. But then also, if you liked the game or played the game over the last 20 years that Minecraft has been out,
Damn.
you'll pick up on things that you know that are niche to only you who's played the game. So there's like service for everyone. So I feel like it's reaching a wider audience, just like Super Mario movie did. You know.
Mm-hmm. And I was reading a article. It's making like 300 million worldwide. That's crazy. They were saying it's bigger than uh, uh, Inside Out 2, and I was like, what? This movie, the craziness, it might make $1 billion. Like I feel like this movie is the one that like it's becoming a meme online, and it's like this virality that it's happening, and just like how somebody mentioned popcorn being thrown, rowdy people. It's like it's causing people to just go to the theater. It's working. It's really working. I wish I would have known too. It was based on the people that made Napoleon Dynamite. I would have had a better appreciation for the movie when I watched it, because I would have been like, it's gonna be a stupid movie. It's just gonna be a stupid movie. But when I watched it, it was totally a wild and wacky adventure. Minecraft's crazy, like it's legitimate crazy. The things you see defy anything you could think of when you watch it. Theme park and things with Johnny. Super chat. We will be taking. We will be taking. We will be talking. Epic Universe looks amazing, and hope everyone had a fire day. Man, I can't read. Let me read that again. We will be talking Epic Universe. Looks amazing, and hope everyone had a fire day.
Fire day.
The fireworks are so sick. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, we'll be talking epic. We'll be talking. That'll probably be an hour on its own. I think Minecraft is definitely for a niche audience. I don't think it will have the same broad appeal as Barbie movie, but people in that community will love it. Now, the people in the community of Minecraft, it's the best movie they've seen in the last 20 years. Like, that's literally the vibe I get, Danny. When I read online, everybody's like, this is peak cinema. Uh, and, like, they're quoting the movie already at the theater, like, loud. I don't know. It's just getting kind of crazy in those theaters with Minecraft. Uh, we got Halloween, Judy. Adults are loving Minecraft. My local Mickey D's had signage of adult Minecraft meals sold out. Not even kids' Happy Meals were sold out.
Yes,
Wait,
so
there's there's
they have
adult.
adult Happy Meals just for Minecraft, and they come in a special box. They have their own set of toys that's different from the kids' Happy Meals that are Minecraft, and those are the ones that are like collectible that are selling online. People want it. They want the box that comes in everything. So the adult Happy Meal, like McDonald's, I don't know why they didn't think about this sooner, because like so many adults buy Happy Meals for like the collectible toys that are very retro, and so doing an adult Happy Meal is a way for them to get more money because it's obviously full size stuff, so it costs more. But the
I thought
toys in
this
it are
was
much more
AI.
Minecraft.
I saw this was real. There's a,
Yeah,
how much is an adult Happy Meal? What the hell's an adult Happy Meal?
it's a Big Mac.
What? So it's just a Big Mac meal.
Yeah,
Damn! Wow.
look at that. Look at that. Big Mac in Minecraft, like animation style. There, they
Oh,
got the
that okay.
toy.
Let me click that.
So
Oh,
the original
wow.
photo that you were the original photo that you showed of the what you said what you thought was AI, there was a Big Mac like that looks like it's in Minecraft on the right there.
Oh, wow. Hey, this movie makes $1 billion, Danny. Are people going to be talking like we need this at a theme park? You never know,
Oh,
dude.
they've already been talking about putting it at a theme park for many years.
Who gets the rights to it? What theme park? Disney, Universal? Who gets it?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Universal would get the first shot only because it's a Warner Brothers movie, and
Mm.
Warner Brothers has done well with giving their rights to Universal for Harry Potter. So they would continue that relationship, right?
Wow, dude. Like, what could a Minecraft ride be? I feel like it could be easily done.
Michelle Gilsdorf says.
What's the story?
Uh, Michelle Gilsdorf in the chat says $13.79 for the adult Happy Meal.
Damn! I remember Happy Meals were like $4, man. I guess if you're an adult, $10 more. Uh, we got Philos. I spoke with the team member yesterday. They confirmed 3D will stay in Transformers. The projections are smaller, so construction is needed for the alignment and concealment. Uh, that's cool. I know there's been a lot of talk about it, like going away, 3D going away completely at Universal. So like King Kong wouldn't have 3D, but it seems like they're keeping it. It seems like they're keeping it. Danny, any topics or anything that you want to talk about?
Amy from Canada in the chat says the adult Happy Meal is $20 Canadian in Canada.
$20. That's dude. I guess the toy itself is like probably $5. So it just adds $5.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Adult Happy Meals, $20. I'd rather go to In and Out, $12, double double. Oh man. Is there anything on your end, Danny, that you wanted to talk about?
Um, Nothing specifically too much. We did actually over over the last weekend, or over this weekend actually, on Friday, get to go to Knott's Berry Farm for the Boysenberry Festival for the first time, which we didn't get to do last weekend when it debuted because we were just Disney wasted from like a 12 to 14 hour day at at Star Wars Season of the Force. But we were with Disneyland, we were with Hector,
Coco.
Villains, Coco, and we were just trying as much as we could from the Boysenberry Festival. This year was such a great Boysenberry Festival. We had such amazing options. We already knew that a little bit coming from the preview event that Mondo and I had a chance to visit. But just trying some more of the options in person and going, it was a lot of fun. It was great to experience Boysenberry Festival because it's my favorite time at Knott's. So
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. But Boysenberry Festival was incredible. Um, Honestly, like there was a couple misses, but the hits really hit this year. Where I was like, it was just a lot of fun. It was worth it. I enjoyed the art display that they had as well. Enjoyed the show that we watched. I can't wait to go back one more time and catch the Birdcage Theater whenever that's playing. I really loved everything they did with Boysenberry Festival. I just feel like the quality, to me personally, was better than it's been the last 2 years. So I feel like the best way I could say it, I feel like Boysenberry Festival has come back to greatness. And the one greatness that I could tell you, all the people that were getting drinks with their tabs instead of food, everybody loved the drinks. We didn't hear anybody tell us they had a bad drink. Everybody's loving all the drinks. I can't remember the Walker Chronicles, Danny. What do you remember the name of that drink they had behind us?
Yeah, the butterscotch boysenberry drink.
Yeah,
It was like
that
a
I want some of that. They said it's like a mudslide, which sadly we lost the mudslide. But
yeah. They said it's really really good. One of the best drinks. We didn't get to try that one, um, but we did get the tequila smash so that Coco could try it because she didn't get to try it during preview.
yeah, and Tequila Smash was instantly gone. It just didn't even survive. Um, I loved everything about Boysenberry Festival. I can't recommend it enough. Um, I have family members that went yesterday. My tia and her boys went, and I think they literally went through four tasting tabs. I was like, that's the most boysenberry I've ever heard of in my life. One day, four tabs. That's 24 items of boysenberry. My gosh. Chris Hatch, Danny, what would you, Mondo, think if Disney ever did make another park, but straight for their adult IPs like Fox, Searchlight, Properties Park? What would you name it? But they don't have. I don't think Disney cares to do that, right? Like this
Yeah,
adult park, because they sell family. Disney sells family. That's like their thing.
yeah. I don't think they would do that. I think if anything, they just continue to add more wider appeal IPs like expanding on the Avengers land like they're doing, adding Avatar, which all ages love that. So I think those are the things they focus on more, and I think we just see a lot more of it come to DCA.
Yeah, yeah. DCA is the closest thing to like adult theme park, but at the same time, it's still family orientated. DCA is kind of like that. That would be the best thing. I just don't see them doing like a more adult where they could put like scarier things. Like Alien. Alien would be sick to come back to a theme park. Uh, Let me see. We got Philos again. I don't know if anyone has heard, but I also confirmed that employee preview for FanFest will be the 22nd. Hopefully, video will come out for the experiences so we could get really hyped. Now, I have heard that too. The 22nd is 3 Tuesdays from now. Um, I also heard that they cannot bring a guest, so it's just employee only. Uh, yeah, that's. I hope they're allowed to film. I don't know if they will be or not, but I hope so. Everybody's been itching for more information or looks into FanFest. Really tight information. Love the Knots video. Haven't been in years. Great food reviews. Yeah, Boysenberry is a great time. What's up, Booze? Um, Danny, man, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think like if there's anything before we go into Epic Universe. What's up, Kawhi Nancy? I'm trying to think. Mm, no, I I can't think of like certain things. Or let me talk about these things real quick, Danny. Uh, since we're talking about FanFest, we got some decorations that arrived on the main street for One Piece. This will be a photo op right here. They will be characters. That's the background you're going to get. And more keeps popping up. We did get this big Back to the Future piece arrive. This thing is awesome. I could only assume a character will be there, hopefully. But this is what I'm talking about. These photo ops, that is a photo op right there. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be covering Universal a lot in the coming week because it seems like the coaster, Fan Fest, Horror Nights, stuff's just going down at Universal. It's kind of crazy. Um, Let me see. What's up, Eddie? Did you finish Cobra Kai? I have not. I hope to soon. I'm literally like 4 episodes away. As weird as that sounds. Um, all right, I think we're good, Danny. I'm gonna bring up. I think I honestly the person who is just dropping fire left and right, Theme Park Shark.
Yeah.
It has to be his Twitter. Theme Park Shark. His fingers must have been on fire. He's just dropping left and right because it was just.
I went through like 3 phone batteries that day, probably.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say, like, how do you tackle like covering a whole damn theme park? You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. Every bit of the theme park as well is like something big, so you don't want to miss out. Now that we get like a ground view feel for this, what do you think about what do they call this? The Chronos?
The
The
Kronos. Yeah.
Chronos. Yeah. How do you feel?
The I think the best part about Epic Universe that I've seen so far is the entrance in Celestial Park, including the Kronos. It's so beautiful, especially at night. It really is going to set the tone. All these trees and everything are brand new, right? So they haven't had years to fill in and grow. And once these gardens inside Celestial Park grow to become much more lush and filled in, it's really just going to look like a completely out of this world beautiful place, which is kind of what the 3D concept art originally showed us back when they were showing us previews of all the like 3D fly-throughs of all the lands.
Yeah.
But the Kronos is so cool up close. It's so how big it is. It's great. All the portals really, but the
Yeah.
Kronos especially too.
The portals when I finally like see videos of people walking through them, they're massive. Uh, I want you to talk about this right here, Danny, because I don't know if anybody else talked about this. Uh, Shark said one thing I really like: North Star wintry wonders, and it snows on occasion.
Yeah,
I
so
want you to talk about that, Danny, because
we've
this
had
is
snow.
random. I never heard they were going to make this.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about Celestial Park in general is that it's just like something new, right? It has all the merchandise and stuff from things that we know, but Celestial Park is original, right? Everything there is like mysterious and out of this world and just really like full of wonderment. And that's the cool part about it. It's like very steampunk, but like futuristic, and at the same time, it's like kind of different. But yeah, that store specifically he was showing is the holiday section of the store, which right now doesn't really have a lot of holiday stuff because their focus is just like all the merch because it's the park's just opening, right?
Yeah.
But it's a Christmas themed store, and eventually it'll probably have a bunch of holiday stuff, which they probably don't want to debut just yet because the park hasn't officially opened, and they want to save like the debut of all the Christmas merch for Epic Universe when it actually is closer to Christmas time.
Yeah.
But the snow happens within the store, and we've seen that before, right? They do that inside some of the Wizarding World stores,
They
where
even
the
did it at
stores
Hollywood.
feature Wizarding World merchandise.
Yeah. It's so cool. We got Kawhi Nancy. Let's go. 35 months. Tried to make a reservation for Epic Universe. Couldn't make more than one day there in June. I I don't know what the calendar looks
Yeah,
like, but I don't doubt it. Especially now that everybody's seeing.
You gotta go. It looks like you gotta go in July. So they're starting to sell 1 day tickets for just Epic Universe starting in July. So July and on.
Yeah, and I don't think they sell like a 2 day and like you save a little bit of money. I think they're just 1 days. Like you have to buy 1 days. To keep going, I'm just looking through all this stuff right here. Look at that view, Danny. Wow. So crazy. It's just crazy that like Universal's going the route of like we want fountains and water, and like I can't help but think about Disney. Walt Disney World's like we're Rivers of America gone, fountains at Epcot. It's like opposite. It's like they're going the opposite.
Yeah, and even in that shot there, like those bushes, they're all brand new, right? Like they're all just barely planted. Just imagine all that like growing, like really
just a year
big.
from now. 1 year, yeah.
Yeah, even just a year. Plants grow so much in a year, so it's crazy. It's funny because like just to show how much plants grow on a totally different subject. No, it wasn't that long ago that we were seeing Werewolf by Night over in that little passageway between Cars Land and Avengers Campus, and the werewolf would meet guests up above on that passageway. And Mondo and I were just there the other day looking at it. The whole passageway where Werewolf by Night stands is completely grown over. No one could even stand there if they wanted to.
Nothing.
That's how fast stuff grows. So imagine all these plants at Epic Universe growing like to fill in all this. It's going to look really good.
Yeah, there's no more werewolf for sure. Man, I feel like we were just bombarded with Epic Universe yesterday. It's hard to like what do I want to cover in this thing? But here's how to our Isles of Berk. From all the coverage that went down, Danny, which land do you think got the most hype, or like was just like being talked about the most? Like, do you got like a vibe that one of them was being like taking the spotlight more than the others?
I think the Isle of Berk was definitely the highlight for a lot of people. I felt like it was going to be Dark Universe just because of all the hype leading up to it. But and there certainly was hype for that and for the Wizarding World too. But Isle of Berk really just had some really great details that people were, able to find out from their VIP tour guides and stuff that they were doing. And all the attractions in it just were, I think, more accessible, right? You had like the Flying Dragon one, you have the Hiccups wing gliders, the water ride, you had
the dragons,
the show, the stage show. So there was just so much stuff that people were like showcasing, like all the meet and greets, the characters walking around, the bars inside Isle of Berk were so cool.
Isle of Berk
that was
bars.
Yeah, they had like bars and outdoor dining locations, but like even those, the cast members were like really themed. So I feel like just in general with posting, I feel like I saw the most hype for Isle of Berk, just because people were so kind of like really into the meet and greets, and they really liked the roller coaster too.
Yeah, this roller coaster, Hiccups Wing Glider, I feel like really won over a lot of people. Like, this is extreme positive going on here. Like, everybody just raving about it. especially because of the music, the views, just how fun it is. Yeah, that one got a lot of hype. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, Danny. I feel like Isle of Berk was like the biggest. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's just so much to look. Dude, Epic Universe this is crazy. I don't know how Shark did all this. This is so much, dude. So much. There's the roller coaster. Um, Man, I feel like we could just get stuck on Isle of Berk for an hour,
We
dude.
can with the merchandise stores and
Never ends.
just yeah, it's just the details in the park. I feel like that section of the park were really really good. It seems like most people were really stuck on the details from for Harry Potter in the Wizarding World, and so like they were saying that it looks exactly like France, and then just the details they were seeing in the Wizarding World were so good, especially in the queue for the attraction. But I still feel like Isle of Berk and like those locations really just had the most hype online from like the meet and greet with just how advanced the Toothless, like I don't know if it's an animatronic or a puppet or what it is, but it's just it's so good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I'm gonna say it's a puppet. I feel like it's a puppet. Um, I was talking to Danny before we went live. I was like, "How long is this dragon meet and greet gonna be?" Take a wild guess, Danny. How long do you think? Like people are
I
gonna
told
wait?
Mondo that that was gonna be like a 2-3 hour wait easy just for that meet and
Mm,
greet alone.
just
And
for the
Mondo's like, no,
dragon.
5 hours.
I said it might be 3 4 hour wait for this dragon, like legit, because you got to think about it. When people finally meet these characters, they want to like interact and take their time, and then finally do their photo, touch the top of the head, and whatever. This is a very long meet and greet. This is gonna it literally might like rival the ride wait time. Uh, I don't know how they get people through there fast. The Celestial Park. What do we got? I want to go into Dark Universe. Did he cover Dark Universe? Oh no, we're going to Harry
One
Potter.
thing I didn't see a lot of coverage of was Super Nintendo World. I didn't see a lot of coverage of that.
Yeah, um, I don't know if Shark even covered Super Nintendo World. Did he?
He did post stuff from inside Donkey Kong Country.
Okay. Super Nintendo. There we go. Super Nintendo. I still think it's kind of weird that you go through the portal, but then like you're hit with an elevator.
I loved that. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah, I just think it's weird because it's the only portal like that. But I get it. You have to go to the second floor. Uh,
Yeah, because they can't dig down in Florida. You got to go up.
these portals are freaking cool though. Like the idea of a portal and it's taking you to a different land or universe, whatever they're calling it. Oh, here we go. When I saw the pictures and videos of their Super Nintendo, I can't help but be jealous. Like, because they got these just a extreme flushed out Super Nintendo. They got games upon games. The second ride with Yoshi. They got the Donkey Kong. Like what happened to us? What happened to Hollywood?
I want the Yoshi adventure.
Yeah, I'll take it. People mover. Uh, does he have? Oh, there we go. Donkey Kong. Dude, were you hearing the reports too that this ride was like kind of rough? Did you hear about that
Yeah,
or no?
I did. Yeah.
I was shocked to hear that because I thought it was a smooth ride.
No, it's a rough mine car ride.
That's odd to hear, because it's like more like a kid thing. It's not as fast, like roller coaster wise. I was always surprised to hear that. All right, let's go to Dark Universe because that's I feel like that's where the real fun is. Uh, Let me see. I think he's right here. Uh, they just dude. You think Disney ain't ever gonna do stuff like this, huh? Just blood splatter.
Just blood splatter.
Yeah, what the heck? That's crazy. Uh, they got Igor, I guess is his name.
Yep.
He's like a big part of the ride. Igor's kind of a new thing to me, but I've understood. I want to see where's does he post the ride? Mm, yeah, I'll let me ask you, Danny. Does Dark Universe keep this energy like 1 year from now? Not even like 5 years. Do they keep this energy 1 year from now?
I hope so, right? And if they don't, I also hope too that that Universal gets the criticism that Disney gets if they don't, because if they start taking away entertainment and cutting things, just like Disney's done from Avengers Campus, where they get, you know,
Destroyed.
they get destroyed and on social media and everything. If Universal starts cutting any of the stuff that we've seen in these previews of Epic Universe, then I hope they get the same negative press because people have already seen it, right? And for them to cut it would be, just cutting budget. So I think, and it might have to do it if this park opens and doesn't do well, which I
Yeah.
don't think would be the case, right? Obviously, it's going to do really well, but I hope they don't cut it because all the stuff that we've seen is truly like next level entertainment. And even Peter himself from Ordinary Adventures, who's a huge Galaxy's Edge fan and loves and adores that land, as much criticism as it gets, even he mentioned that when he was in Isle of Berk in their video, he said this is kind of what Galaxy's Edge should have. They should have these, like Isle of Berk has dragons walking around with characters, and there's, the baby robot, little mini dragon. Then they're going to have the drones overhead eventually, and the meet and greet with Hiccup, and like just all these like things that come to life, and then the guy in the bar and the animatronic, dragon spraying the mist at you, like all these things coming to life and bringing life to the land. He was saying that was something that Galaxy's Edge should have had and never did. So if it doesn't stay that way in a year, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, I'm really curious because like I feel like Epic Universe should keep getting bigger and bigger. More. They should keep adding more. It's just the one park where they don't slow down. They just keep getting better and better. Look at the Frankie animatronic, Danny. Let me play this.
He is amazing. Better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness. And only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. Calm yourself! That wasn't us.
Silence, creature. I will destroy you when you're ready.
These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again! Open the doors! Our greatest victory is just through them.
What do you think about the Frankie animatronic, Danny?
Both of those animatronics were amazing. I mean, those are like things that we don't even see on attractions, and that's just the pre-show.
It's the
So
pre-show. This is in the pre-show, man. It's just nuts, dude. It's so crazy.
do we know what the B mode looks like for any of these if they do not work?
Yeah, somebody posted it. Gosh, let me see. Hold on. Somebody just posted that the B mode.
Because they'll inevitably not work, right? Because like Hondo doesn't work inside Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run sometimes, and there's a B mode for that. So
Um, Let me see. Somebody posted it. Um, this is a video from Electron Babel. Um, um, oh, I think the girl is not
Oh,
working.
the girl is the B mode. Okay.
Oh, what? So they just removed the girl,
Yeah, she's probably
Victoria?
on some sort of lift, and they just pull her down if she's not working.
Oh, that'd be a great idea for Tiana's. I'm just kidding. Uh, Damn. So I thought it was gonna be the Frankie was the B mode. Wow. Okay. Damn. That's good to know. I didn't know that. We got Johnny with the super chat. Tom Corliss already said that they're cutting entertainment, but he's been negative about Universal. Period. I don't think he likes Universal. I have no idea. The beat of Florida, I have to say I don't know nothing. Uh, I don't doubt that like some things are just not going to make the cut come opening day because it's just the way it works. But uh, you know, I didn't hear anybody talk about the drone dragon at the media thing. That was surprising. What caught what or thank you Johnny for the super chat. What caught your eye the most, Danny? You were most mind blown. What was it? What was it for you from Epic Universe?
For me, it was just the stuff I was seeing in Celestial Park, and then also the Wizarding World. I was just blown away by the queue for Battle of the Ministry. I thought that was so cool. I loved the effect of people walking into the Flu Network. I was wondering how they were going to do that. Wanted to see how it was implemented. Also hearing Peter and Kitra in their video. Peter was still working at Slash Film at the time when they were filming the last Harry Potter movie. So he was able to visit the actual set of the last movie, which included a battle in the Ministry, right, with Dumbledore and Voldemort, and so he visited the actual set of this exact scene and said that this is better than that set because it's a movie set and it's not a fully built out like replica, right? So that was cool to hear. But just seeing the stuff from that, I think the magical effects inside the Wizarding World just looked really great. Seeing like the halls of the Ministry of Magic, the animatronics they were adding in there. Our friends at Attractions 360, they said that their tour guide told them that once the Wizarding World's battle for the Ministry attractions queue is completely full, that it would be a 7-hour queue and it would hold 7 hours. So that was insane to hear. The nice part is that entire queue is indoors and air conditioned for the most part. So if you are waiting 7 hours in a queue to ride Harry Potter in the Battle of the Ministry, it's probably going to be nicer than being out in the Florida sun.
Yeah.
Or something like Hiccup's wing gliders outdoors over there. So
The crazy part about yesterday for me was this post right here. This one. Attractions 360, they have literally seen the world. They know all about the technology and rides from all over the world. If you go to their YouTube channel, they've seen it and done it all. And
everything.
let me read their post. I'll read it verbatim what they said. Unbelievable ride. We have been on so many dark rides around the world, and Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry at a Universal Epic Universe is officially our number one ride. We don't know what's practical, what screens at all. Everything is so real. How can this be the best dark ride, Danny? This like elevator ride system is the best dark ride ever. That's what shocked me is that this was the ride system that is implementing the best ride in the world. crazy. I still have yet to see a POV, so like I don't know, but
Yeah, I think the cool thing about this is that it's the reason why I really like this over some of the other things we're seeing is like they really took an idea for a Harry Potter ride. If you think about all the Harry Potter rides that we have, every single one of them has been like nothing. There's no other ride that's like it, right? When Forbidden Journey came out, there was no other attraction that was using robotic arms like that, and it was like everyone thought it was the best ride to ever exist, and people still love it to this day. In fact, Monsters Unchained is using that technology now.
mhm.
Um, and then when the Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts came out, that was the first ever story-driven roller coaster, right? Where you would go through, and you're stopping in front of a screen. The roller coaster is rotating to match different areas and go through. It was very first of its kind. So I feel like every single time Universal has made a Harry Potter attraction, they've stepped it up to really make something that never existed before. And this is the kind of energy I was hoping that we would have seen for something like Infinity Defense. And it's kind of a bummer to know that Infinity Defense is just going to be the Return to or the
Peter Pan.
the Peter Pan, Neverland, Return to Neverland attraction, just with a different skin. It's like it's not really that kind of intense of an attraction. It's really just like Spider-Man, at Universal, kind of been there, done that kind of thing. So like this, I feel like if they're making an Avengers attraction, they need to do something like this where people are walking away with like, how the hell did that even happen? Like, what did we just experience? I don't know how to put into words what I saw, and that's what people were saying about this attraction. And I don't think that we're gonna get that same energy from like. It's just to me, and I don't want to like because I love Disney, right? Disney's like my number one, but I want to say like, how do all these people who've gone to Epic and ridden this specific ride, and then they try to get hyped over an Avengers Infinity Defense like next. I don't know that they're gonna be as hyped for that. So
I get what you're saying, Danny. You get on this ride, you come back home, you see Infinity Defense here. No, you get on this ride and you go on Web Slingers. You get on Web Slingers. You know what I mean?
And you know what ride did that, Mondo? Was like, what ride did that was, Avatar Flight of Passage. When people got off that, they didn't know what the heck they experienced. They were like, "This is the best." Like people were crying when they got off.
Oh, I love Passage. I felt that way too. The first
and so like they brought that energy with that ride. So and that ride to this day still commands a 3-hour wait like all the time.
Every day, every freaking day.
Disney can do it, and they can do it probably better. You know what I mean? But like this is just next level. So I don't. People were saying that like it's kind of like a mix between Spider-Man and the Rise of the Resistance, but like different because the ride vehicle can move up and down as well as like through the attraction. So I don't even know what it would feel like, honestly.
Yeah, I hope we get an official POV from Universal soon. Everybody that did Ministry of Magic, it seemed like they were all just like, "This is the best ride ever. My mind's blown. The technology. This is the future." I kept hearing that, Danny. That this is the future. I'm like, damn, what the heck? I could only assume Ministry of Magic is now the definition of dark ride, and does Disney even care to top something like this? I don't know. I almost want to say Disney doesn't want to spend money to top this ride because the amount of money that was blasted into this ride is probably insane. Like I don't doubt that everything just this ride specific was like $1 billion, especially at the rate and speed that they finished it. I do not doubt that this is $1 billion just the ride, not the land, just the freaking ride. It's wild, man. We got Miguel. Will Universal Hollywood get updated? Frank and Bride walk around characters. Nothing. Orlando, they're
No,
just
no, I kind of like our walk around Bride and Frankenstein. Honestly,
yeah. I love our Bride and Frankie. The way I look at it, Epic Universe, it's like its own thing that's just not related to Hollywood. Like nothing. They're just their own universe over there. So I do not expect any updates. Our Frankie and Bride will stay the same. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, I like our Frankie more. I don't know if the other one will grow on you, but I like our Frankie in Hollywood. 45 more. Yes, let's go. 5 bars, yes. 45 months with this awesome channel, not being a mod. Not only being a mod, but a channel member to show your support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. 45.
we get balloons from Jess.
All your time. All your time. Seriously, Jess. Thank you. Thank you. We got Johnny dropping a super chat. I really don't want anyone to get in trouble or break the rules, but I can't deny that I do want to see a POV of Harry Potter. I was so excited about Monsters when I saw it. I'm hyped for Epic Universe. I know I'm in the same boat, dude. Yeah, we don't want nobody to get in trouble, obviously, but that's why I keep saying an official POV from Universal. You know, they've done it before. Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, all that other good stuff. They do their own POVs. So I hope it's in the next week or two. Like I would imagine it should be. But thank you, Johnny. But they spend $500 million on Snow White. Yeah, I don't think they're doing that anymore. I have a feeling when the contract with WB and Universal ends with Harry Potter World, they could replace Hogwarts with Dark Universe. I don't think Universal ever lets go of Harry Potter, like ever.
No,
The amount of investment that just happened right here, they'll never let go of Harry Potter. Like that contract's for life, for life. Um, damn, I'm still laughing at like uh, you get on Infinity Defense, like you know what I mean.
I just don't know how
I
like
could
the
all
people who experienced it.
I could only assume Infinity Defense will somehow leave us like, whoa, I didn't know what was real. And this is the best dark ride in the world. Like I almost doubt it, but you never know. Disney could go hard. They're definitely there's a
And
lot
it's funny because
of
people in the chat like Arnott's Adventure were like, I would never wait in line for 7 hours for a ride, and it's when Harry Potter, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, when that ride opened in the Wizarding World in Universal Islands of Adventure, that ride had like a 10-hour wait on its opening day, and it legit was 10 hours. So people have done it, and they had to switch that ride to virtual queue for like the longest time, and then and the virtual queues would run out like 8 a.m. and then you couldn't. There was no way for you to ride it later in the day, so it was crazy. So I would imagine this could, if they just opened the line, could be as long, but I doubt they'll probably do that. So
yeah, and they got like the virtual queue action now. So I don't know if they'll ever let it get to 7 hours. You know, when I hear 7 hours, somebody's gonna poop in that line. That's all. Someone's gonna do it. They're selling all these heavy ass foods at theme parks. It's already happening at Walt Disney World. How do they even accommodate a line for 7 hours? There has to be bathrooms. Like it'd be stupid if they don't have bathrooms. But yeah, I don't know how you accommodate 7 hours. That's just insane. Is there any queue at Disneyland that could accommodate 7 hours, Danny? Probably
no,
not.
no.
I think
I remember
Disneyland is like 3 hours. That's kind of where they peak out.
I remember when Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage reopened.
5 hours.
People don't realize like the hype around that. Like the submarine voyage was literally closed for years. Like, it was a distant memory of everyone who was a millennial. Like, they had ridden the submarine voyage as a child, then they took it away in the later 90s, and then the ride just sat vacant as a lagoon for years and years. Everything was just decaying. And then when they announced they were going to turn it into Finding Nemo and they were working on the lagoon, everyone was like, I have to see this ride. It was like everyone needed to do it. There was a 6-hour wait for Nemo, and the line literally went all the way to Rivers of America.
No, it went into like Toontown, Small World too.
Yeah.
That dude, Nemo line was ridiculous. Like, people couldn't believe their eyes that for you to get in line was like 2 lands down kind of thing.
Yeah.
What?
I remember when Indiana Jones first opened, we entered the line in the middle of Main Street. And when
I'm not doing it. I can't do that.
And when I say middle of Main Street, I literally mean like on Main Street, not like by the hub.
Like, you mean like Starbucks?
Yeah. Yeah, they literally had rope queues. They literally had rope queues in the middle of Main Street for it.
Dude, that sounds like a nightmare for crowd control. Like, are you kidding me, dude? That's just that's crazy. We got Jessica dropping a Venmo super chat. Thank you, Jessica. Happy Speculation Sunday, amigo. Dropping cap. Thank you, Jessica. Let's go. Man, 7. I'm still like, what? 7 hours. But thank you, Jessica. We also got Johnny. Johnny dropping 20. What? We got to remember, Disney kind of paid for Epic in the Hulu deal. And I heard it's still not done yet. I heard Disney could give Universal $5 more billion. Or more. Universal is set to especially for future expansion. Kudos to Universal. Yeah, no, they got a plot. They already have a dirt field, literally. I think it's next to Nintendo, and there's like a plot area by Dark Universe as well. Like, they literally they're ready to go already.
Yeah, they even said too, there's been a lot of speculation from people that were in Super Nintendo World, because in the castle, Peach's Castle, when you come in and enter Super Mario World or Super Nintendo World, there's a stained glass featuring Zelda, or Link from Zelda.
Yep.
And then there's also like something else in the land that is
on the floor
from The Legend of Zelda. So they were saying like that's maybe an indication of like lands to come, because they're featured in like the entranceway of the land kind of thing.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and Zelda's been rumored like heavily. Look at this theming going on, man. It's just so dirty, dude. What? We got Smash Brothers characters? What? I haven't seen this, Danny. This is new to me. I've only seen like up, not people looking down. Wow. There's Zelda. I want to see the ground thing. There it is, right here. Why is Universal putting attention like that on the ground for Zelda? You know what I mean? Why? Because probably a Zelda land's coming, literally, or expansion.
Yeah.
Man, they're just, and there's a movie coming, if I'm not mistaken, a Zelda movie. Shoosh, crazy.
A lot. They're working on the live action, I think.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Epic Universe ain't slowing down. They ain't slowing down for nobody. I was also wondering, Mondo, is there any news or information to talk about HHN? At this point, there's nothing to talk about just yet. I want to get on the studio tour to see if construction has started are the layouts being done? You know, we have the tent in Curious George parking lot. We got a tent that has now arrived at behind Transformers, and there should be a tent arriving soon uh, in Parisian Courtyard. The one that's still up in the air if Mummy's going to get a tent. There's like no confirmation. Like there was confirmation, kinda, but not really from John Murdy.
Yeah, they were like taping the ground and like putting the bars up on the building.
Yeah, but then they like dug a hole and for plumbing or something. CK Barry dropping. I'd rather have option to wait than go over there and not be able to ride Guardians of the Galaxy. Give people the option. Waiting for Nemo, Stardust, Ministry, and Monsters. Trust me, I am in the boat. You want to wait that stupid line? That's up to you. I like it. I like it. Boarding groups is super rough. Super rough. Because boarding groups is, you're not going to ride it today, even though you bought a ticket. So, sorry, sucker. No, it sucks. I felt the wrath of that. It's horrible. It literally sucks. And just because you got a boarding group doesn't mean you still could wait 3 hours. You know what I mean? Doesn't really. But thank you for the super chat, CK Barry. You know, I've always been on that boat. You want to wait 10 hours? It's up to you.
I had a Venmo super chat from Jess, and Jeff. She says, "Happy Speculation Sunday." Thank you, Jess.
Let's go. Oh, I need like a doomps, doomps, doomps.
They have this one too, Mondo. It's a rain cloud.
Let me see. that's the one you hit that when we talk about 10-hour wait. So
10-hour
like
wait.
10 hours.
And then they have
So cool.
They have this one. It's like a heart. I don't know what that. Oh, the heart one.
That one's we love that thing. You just hit some hearts. We got Anthony. But thank you, CK Barry, for dropping the fire. We got 30 months from Anthony. Can't wait to visit Epic. All the rides got me hyped for whatever rides and lands that could come to Hollywood. Because Universal is going to give us some love too. I hope so. I hope Hollywood just goes berserk. They just lower lot, upper lot, hotels, and blah, blah, blah. I hope. Trust me. I freaking hope, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Boarding groups suck. I had a boarding group for Guardians and Tiana's and never got called. I know the feeling. I literally know the feeling of that. You know, I almost like. I don't know if people are talking about this, Danny. I feel like somebody is probably. Is there any cons to what we have seen at Epic Universe? Any cons that like you're feeling or might not work out how they think it's going to work out?
Not that I could think of right off the top of my head. The only thing I could think of is that, like, there's some things that people specifically are going to come to that park for. One of those being, Battle at the Ministry and just seeing the Harry Potter attraction. The other probably being, the attraction at Dark Universe. And I feel like if there's a day where they come and those rides just aren't open, that could be like devastating for someone that maybe's flown all the way there and they only get one chance to go to the park because of the way they're set up right now. Mm-hmm. Like that could be some negative stuff, but I just feel like they've got so much to do in all the different places. Like you got shows and entertainment and things to look at going on. I feel like people will definitely easily fill 2 days just exploring the park in general. But I feel like the only negative thing I could think of is just normal things that are new, right? It's like things can break. That just happens. So That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, it's because for a lot of people, they might go one time only to Epic, uh, and that's why I was talking to Danny before we went live. I was like, say you go to Epic and Monsters is down, so you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to Ministry of Magic. That ride's 7 hours. Oh, I'm not doing that. Let me go do Hiccup's Wing Glider. That one's 3 hours. Uh, well, let me go to Mario Kart. That one's 2.5, 3 hours. Like I feel like that's how it might happen. I think
Do you
unless
think
they keep
Epic
the
Universe is like?
crowds low, where you just somehow are lucky to do everything. I get the vibe that one day is not enough. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. One thing too, we're not missing. We're kind of missing from it right now, which has been hinted at already. All these previews that have been happening, whether it's a team member preview or even the preview yesterday that influencers and creators and stuff got to attend. Um, they were all asked to leave, or the park closed at like 7 o'clock. So there really wasn't a time for them to experience it in the dark. And the park's been really closed during the nighttime, so no one's really been able to get those like nighttime shots of the park or nighttime videos of especially things in like Dark Universe. But more importantly, the concept art originally shared with us for Epic Universe showed fireworks above the Helios Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So we know potentially that there was plans for a fireworks show, and we even saw like dragons be teased, right? As far as drones, right? So there could be some really big epic nighttime show that we just don't know about yet that comes and debuts once the land opens or once the park opens, and it might include like spotlights being shown on drone dragons at nighttime and fireworks in the air and then just drones making light patterns in general, which
Well,
Universal does already a lot.
we know the whole park can synchronize color wise with the lights because BioReconstruct
Mm-hmm.
showed that. Epic at
Yeah,
night
so there's a lot.
might just
There's
be
a lot that we're
ridiculous,
seeing.
like so good.
Yeah, where there's a lot that we've seen in like things like BioReconstruct's photos and videos that we didn't see, from people who've been in the park just yet. So, uh, I was going to ask you, Mondo, like, since I don't go to a Universal as like regularly as you do, obviously I know on Halloween Horror nights, like we see the park open till like 1 or 2, but on average, how often is Universal staying open till midnight like Disneyland?
I don't even think it's 20 times a year that they stay open to midnight. Like I don't think it. I don't even
It's
think
just like it's just
like.
like HHN nights, right?
Let me give you an example. Yeah. I'm talking about like regular theme park hour, not HHN, just regular theme park. Let me give you an example. On Friday, I went to Universal, and like one of the main things I wanted to do was studio tour. 'Cause I just haven't done it in like a little while, and I was doing like updates, checking out the coaster, because it's almost done on Fast and Furious. So I finally go to do a studio tour at like 4:35, and the girl's like, we're closed. We've been closed. I was like, what? She's like, and she's like, we closed at 6 today. I was like, 6 on a Friday? Yeah, Hollywood don't stay open late. Do you think Epic will be a 10 p.m. midnight kind of park? Because
That's
they
what I was saying. Like,
build
I
it.
would love to see Epic be open till midnight because I feel like with the demand, it needs to stay open that late. But that's also like
Get your
really
money's worth.
expensive. Yeah, I
And
could see it staying open till 11. I mean, 11 would be a really great compromise.
well, I was gonna say, Danny, a new theme park and the amount of maintenance that's going on right now. They're like, we need all the time we can. We're closing at 9, Danny. Because Tiana's closes at 10 still because of maintenance. Rise of the Resistance was doing the whole close early thing. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're talking a whole theme park. Man, does Epic not open beyond 9 p.m. for a while? That could be a thing, dude. Just because of maintenance reasons. I wanted to. Somebody mentioned. I wish Universal would make more big people friendly. That was a big topic. I'm a bigger person myself. Shout out to Love Our Life Vlog on X. He was testing the seats. Happy to report Epic Universe is fluffy friendly. We had so much fun. Full experience on YouTube. So he has a YouTube video, but he's saying it's fluffy friendly. I guess Monsters Unchained has like a bigger person seat, which, thank gosh. I wish Forbidden Journey had that. I wish Secret Life of Pets had that, but so I just want to say, I guess it's bigger people friendly. I hope there's a video or his video. I got to check that out. I haven't seen it yet, but I saw that come up on my Twitter earlier today. Epic might not be open till midnight because Epic is around homes and apartments. I don't know what the rules are going to be out there. I have no idea. I don't know if you talked about this, but the crane for Fast and Furious is no longer at Hollywood. Yeah, I heard. Let me see.
You're going to cover all that tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow. Right here. Look at that, Danny. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. How do they take that down so fast? How? What? That would have been cool to watch. Damn, dude. And there's the last piece, Danny, remaining right there. That's the last piece. Nobody knows if it's going to go up tonight or Monday going into Tuesday. But we'll be there whenever it does happen. Jay Alicron! Mondo just popping in to say hi. Hope all is well. 5-5! Hell yeah, Jay. Dude, thank you, man. I hope you're doing well, brother. Are you going to go to Horrors Unleashed? But thank you, Jay. 36 months. Let's go. Thank you, Jay.
Eddie Negretti in the chat's asking if Express Pass is going to be offered at Epic Universe. I would imagine eventually both Universal VIP tours and Express Pass would be, because all the attractions that the influencers were showing yesterday, when they entered the attraction entrance, there was always a sign that said Express entrance. So it's gonna come, but maybe like how Super Nintendo World didn't offer Express right away when it first opened here, maybe we see a similar thing there. I don't know when they started offering it over at Velocicoaster. Wasn't there like a delay too in that as well?
Super delay, like 2-year delay. Like it wasn't a short one. That was a long one. Danny, I want to get your opinion on this. I noticed this yesterday. Carthay, I was like, are these work lights? Or is this a new light package coming to Carthay for the 70th? What's your
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
What's your thoughts, Danny?
Is it gonna glow and like shine like that for the 70th or what?
Like a bunch of blinking lights.
Yeah.
We really still kind of don't know what the projection show is here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't. That's an exciting thing that's coming. Is like the projection show that's coming there.
Small World.
The one that's coming on, it's a Small World. Like the projection quality on Carthay is really high quality during Oogie Boogie. So
yeah, super.
I'm excited to see like whatever different thing besides Oogie Boogie is going to be on that canvas. Especially considering how cool the Skywalker show is.
Dude, when I saw the Skywalker show yesterday, I couldn't help but think, like, this is the best projections Disney has right now. Let me see. I want to bring it up. Let me bring up my live stream real quick. It's like when everything, like, breaks away. Right here.
Oh, yeah.
This part, I was like, damn, dude. In person, this has like depth to it. Where you're like, what the heck? Ridiculously cool projections. It's kind of shocking how well these spires are a canvas for storytelling. Yeah, Disney's getting really, really good at projections. Oh man. Yeah, look at that. That's just ridiculous. It's so good. Oh. Um, Let me see. How's Season of the Force at Disney? It's incredible. It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot to do. Is it Star Wars Night about to kick off this week, or yeah, it's about
Yeah,
to.
this week. This week.
Yeah, I'm not
We have
going.
someone in the chat. We have someone in the chat, Mondo, that says there's Express Pass for Epic Universe because they already got theirs.
There you go. I don't doubt it's 200 350. It has to be expensive. Do you think Universal Platinum Pass will cover Epic Universe? No.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, our Platinum Pass is it's only good here. All right, Danny. Closing thoughts, man. Closing thoughts on everything.
Well, so far, I was just going to say, to recap kind of the news that's going on at Disneyland, Star Wars Season of the Force just beginning last weekend. We have Food and Wine Festival lasting for just a little bit longer. I think it ends not this weekend, but the weekend after. And then truly, we just have the other half of April before we really start to see 70th just descend. We're going to see decorations pop up everywhere. We're going to see merchandise just come into every single store. It's going to be crazy as we get closer to it. The hype surrounding like Paint the Night coming back is going to get really big. We haven't even seen a 70th anniversary foodie guide come out yet, Mondo. We don't even know what that's going to look like. So
I would say we're like 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away from that one, I think.
Yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of things on the horizon because we're getting so close to the 70th. One thing I am not looking forward to is this week Mondo gave us a taste of heat wave coming back. We have multiple days this week of sustained above 80 degrees, and I wasn't ready to go back into that just yet. But we're getting, we're in spring now, so we're going towards summer. Summer's right around the corner, so it's crazy to think that this is just the beginning of the hot season coming. Those brutality days up on the hills of
the
Universal when you're covering
92 degrees.
Dude, being in the valley at Universal in the 90s is just brutality.
Dude, no, Six Flags. That's where it's miserable. Oh my god.
I don't talk about Six Flags because it's too hot during the summer.
Dude, honestly, Disneyland was pretty hot this week. Like, the summer's coming. The summer wave's coming. I'm not ready, man. I like it being nice and cool, and you can wear a sweater in the day. I remember like 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago, I just was like, when can I just wear a sweater? I just want to wear a sweater again. I haven't worn a sweater in forever. It was just so hot every day. We got Exter with the super chat. Mondo, what are your thoughts on Snow White movie? It was garbage. That's my thoughts. I didn't like it. I walked out. I didn't care to finish it. I went to Trader Joe's early so I could get eggs because Trader Joe still runs out of eggs, shockingly. I didn't think it was a good movie. I'll probably finish it when it does come to Disney Plus at some point in the future. But I thought Gal Gadot was so bad she was good. That's what I thought. I enjoyed how she portrayed that character. It was really bad. It's just, yeah. And that movie's not doing very hot, period. Yeah. But thank you for the super chat. It was so hot at Knott's yesterday. When we went there, Danny, it wasn't that bad, huh? We went yesterday.
Yeah.
No, 2 days ago.
We went on Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not bad. It was not bad that day. My closing thoughts, Epic Universe looks wonderful. I definitely want to make my way out there. I am hyped, but I'm not like over the moon, like I got to plan my trip right now. I'm not like that yet for Epic Universe. I think when the POVs finally hit, then I'll be like, take my money. I'm going to Orlando or whatever. But at this time, I'm not there yet. But Epic Universe, it's the real deal. It looks like what the future should be in the theme park world. It's beautiful. I can't wait to see how it flourishes over time with all the greenery and the additions that'll probably be coming. Universal is just getting started. We haven't even seen the completed version of Epic Universe yet. Opening days on the horizon in May, so we'll see what it could really do. And when they finally just go full everything, we only saw like a 1-day media where I don't. They didn't really let people roam around and do whatever they want. So we saw like a controlled view at Epic Universe. I can't wait to see when bloggers and whatever they do whatever they want and really go into detail on stuff. It's going to be really cool. Epic is the real deal. Hopefully Disney gets pushed more and more to bring Magical Express, because it seems like we're getting close, Danny.
We are.
Yeah, they're doing the whole luggage thing where your luggage just shows up at your room. Just bring the Magical Express back already. I feel like maybe 2 weeks before Epic Universe, they're going to be like, Magical Express is back! And all these other cool perks that you used to have are back. Please come to Walt Disney World. All right, Danny. Any content or anything on the horizon that you want to let people know?
Yeah, I just had a video come out from Star Wars Season of the Force. In the next couple of days, I'll have my video from the Boysenberry Festival that we did on Friday. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, 5571, so that you can see those videos, see that Star Wars Season of the Force video. And of course, you can follow me on all the socials. Just search for Just Ask Danny, and you'll find me on Threads, Instagram, Twitter, etc. There's been a lot of stuff going on, and we post as much as we can there. So I'm looking forward to seeing next weekend, Mondo, if we have any POVs to talk about for Speculation Sunday.
I hope. Just drop them. I'm sick of looking at these glasses leak POV stuff. I just want official. If Universal Orlando's watching or listening, just hire Attractions 360 to do all your POVs. Nobody does it better than Attractions 360. They are the best. The best. Hire them to do it. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for watching Speculation Sunday. Hope you have a wonderful Monday, wonderful rest of your week. We are firing it down. The Cali Bay, Just As Danny, are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.